Hello, my love. I hope this finds you well. It is nice to visit with you. I hope that you are rested. I hope that in this moment you are in a state of calm, perhaps a state of pause. I hope that you are well. I'm thinking about you as always. And I wish for you today that you find time to forgive yourself for something, and to truly do so perhaps, or at least make the beginning of the inroads into such a thing. I love you. You are worthy of forgiveness. I was thinking about the idea that people will not think like you. And what I really mean by that is people did not think like me. And depending on your level of abstraction, this applies in so many different areas, but there was a point in time where I was reading a lot of criminal fact patterns, and I was astounded by how much the people in these fact patterns did not think like me. They did not have my same ethos. They did not have my same perspective. They saw the world very differently, and the motivators, the incentives and disincentives in their worlds very differently. And different incentives and incentives loomed large in so many different ways than in my world. And it was, surprisingly for me, a shock to realize how much people simply did not think like me. And of course, this is a matter of degree on a spectrum. But my advice for you would be, don't be fooled. People will not think like you. They will not have in their heads the things that you have in your heads. So don't be so simple-minded or closed-minded to think that others will think like you. What to do with this information? Ultimately, not too much, something to be aware of. I very much am fond of being open-minded and having that expansive thinking, that expansive mind. And so I would say simply, don't assume that people will think like you. And don't assume that certain people will never hurt you. Don't be fooled. And don't assume that other groups of people would never help you. Again, don't be fooled. You will be amazed if you are open to the experiences you will have with others. I had on my shrine at one point in time the phrase or the line, "Let people surprise you." And I think that applies here in a sense. People will not think like you, so don't think that they will, and don't assume they have the information you have. And you will have to, if you are trying to engage, impart things that you might think should be taken for granted. In the same vein, I think it's the same vein, or perhaps a corollary, let people surprise you. Be interested in what they have. Do not assume that you know that they are thinking like you, because they probably are not, but don't assume that you know what or how they are thinking. There's a lot involved in thinking about how other people think, or at least there was for me. So, food for thought. And enjoy the experiences. Enjoy your interactions with others. Be surprised. Be open. Share. And or not. Do as you will, of course. But with that, I will bid you adieu, and again recommend Shovels and Rope and Grasshopper on the Road. And will say that I am thinking of you, although, because we are not the same, arguably, I'm probably thinking a little differently. I love you.